Welcome back. You're watching Talk Oxford. I'm Eva Ahmed, and my guests tonight are Nigel Holt and John Mayo of Kirtlington Morris. So, more than 30 years ago, 40% of the British population identified themselves as C of E or Anglican, but now this figure's dropped to just 17%. The Church is a generation away from extinction. That's according to former Archbishop Lord Carey. So, should we be worried? John, I'll turn to you first with this one. What's your viewpoint? Is it just a sign of the times?
I think it is a sign of the times, and I would tend to agree with that statement. I'm actually a church warden of our local church, and as a result I have to prepare figures and send them off to the diocese for attendance. And, you know, there's a small, faithful congregation.
Yeah, probably elderly, I'm guessing.
And
getting
smaller. Yes, but
and
Morris
older.
dancers.
Smaller and older, yeah. Morris dancers get fatter and older, and church congregations
You
get
tell me it was
smaller
good
and
exercise. It's the beer that counteracts.
It's the beer, yeah.
But I would tend to agree with that statement. I don't think it's promoted in schools as much. I don't think it's seen as cool. I think quite a lot of it is seen as a bit old and mysterious. And
these are all parallels with Morris dancing.
Well,
aren't
yeah, yes. And I think science has a lot to do. We can explain a lot of the mysterious things away scientifically now. We don't need to have things like church that try to explain things that we don't understand.
Yeah.
And I think there's a strong requirement in any society to be humanist, if you like, or to faith. Faith's a very personal thing, and people believe in a deity or not, but they always have a spiritual feeling somehow, which should be, you know, that's because we're human. But to worship it generally, I think people feel uncomfortable going to church, and despite the changing faces of the CVE and how we present it, it's a difficult one, and I think people will be up in arms if their local church were to disappear, but then again, just like pubs, if they're not used and supported, they will go.
Because in that same period, apparently, while C of E is dipping, Islam has gained 900,000 followers.
Well, I think that's more to do with population movement, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
I think
but
so.
The big problem in Christianity apparently is that it's mostly elderly congregations and they're dying out, and the young people aren't coming along to take their place. Does it really matter? I mean, is it just a tradition? Or?
I'm not a practicing Christian in that I don't go to church much unless I have to for some occasion. You know,
yeah, like a wedding.
Yeah, weddings and funerals, that sort of thing. Yeah, but I like to think that I actually live quite a Christian life in that I do unto others as I would be done by, and I have a sense of responsibility and all that sort of thing. So while agreeing with the principles of Christianity, I am not a churchgoer. It's, you know, I can live what I think the correct way without going to church.
And it was part of our lifestyle 100 years ago. The church was the centre of the community. They had meetings there, people paid their tithes, and they bought and sold in the nave of the church. It was the public part. The nave and the tower belonged to the public, if you like. And in fact, that's what ales were for. Ales were... People would give their farming produce to the church, who would brew beer with it and sell it to raise money to keep for the upkeep of the church. That's what Lamb Ale and a lot of the other Trinity ales were.
Yeah, we are back on Morris dancing again.
Here we are. Well, they're all interlinked.
Absolutely.
But as I was, saying about maybe if there were more women involved in Morris dancing, would that make a difference to keep it going on? Is the fact that women are reaching, I don't know, whatever levels they are now, is it bishop in the church, is that going to make the church more popular, C of E more popular?
Well, that's what they're trying to do,
younger
isn't
people.
it? That they are thinking, never mind equality, but I think they're hoping that they will make the church more accessible, more interesting to women who think it's male-dominated, like everything.
Yes.
If they have women up top, maybe it'll be more friendly towards women.
When you look at Islam, that's not exactly friendly.
No, but maybe
not.
that's different reasons that people are going to Islam.
But Islam's hot topic is always on the news.
So it makes it seem in some sort of
Most of
way,
the
you know,
conflict in the Middle East is down
interesting.
towards Islam and
Yes, I'm not sure how many people are actually swapping from Christianity to Islam.
No, I don't know if
I
we've
think
got
it's more to do with population, you know, the
Absolutely.
balance of population.
yeah.
Yeah, but you personally would be quite sad then if the church goes the same way as the pub. Oh, that sounds terrible.
It go, but yeah, I don't think. I'd say it would be terribly missed by most people.
Yes.
Except the traditional church weddings and people
Yes.
from that age
Yeah.
have a very strong feeling about you know, their last wishes to be funerals and burials.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Talking about terribly missed, are you going to miss Seb Blatter? Gosh, that's a very clumsy link. There. I do apologise.
Well, that's very good.
Because, of
I
course,
like the way you did that.
the Duke of Cambridge said FIFA should put fair play and sport first, and even, you know, boycott the World Cup, etc. Whereas Blatter was saying
He's
it's
quite
sour
right.
grapes and jealousy on the part of the UK and America as they lost as candidates for the World Cup. Are you football fans? Do you
No, I'm
care about
not.
FIFA?
I like an odd game.
Yes, the odder the better.
How odd, exactly.
A lot of the big ticket matches I like to watch, but
Yeah.
I don't follow any.
I'm more a rugby man myself.
Well, me too. Yes, I was born in rugby.
Six Nations, World Cup rugby. Yeah, absolutely.
But I think there's so much money involved in football now.
Far
There's
too
bound to
much.
be corruption.
Far
and
too
scandal.
much. And seeing as you mentioned it, I mean, I've got a theory about Sepp Blatter's current situation. I just can't work out whether he was bribed to go or blackmailed to go. It's going to be one or the other, isn't it?
Really?
Definitely.
What makes you think that?
Well, because of the inherent corruption
Oh, right.
involved. I think he's so deep.
So he wasn't falling on his sword in some sort
I
of
don't think
honourable
so.
fashion?
It's his way of life.
Yeah,
It's his way of
the
life.
Same with all of them. I
The
think.
great
Yeah.
survivor.
Tarred with the same brush.
Bribery, corruption, blackmail, that's the way all of that works, in my opinion.
I think it should be open and transparent, all the bidding process and everything. How can you have a World Cup in the Middle East in the middle of
Qatar.
summer?
Yes, it's nonsense, isn't it?
And,
Yeah.
you know, they're saying that
And
workers are dying because of the heat and exhaustion.
the death toll in the building of the new stadia over there, I think it's in excess of 1,200 now.
Really?
1,200 workers, mostly Asian workers,
Yes.
have died
Bangladeshi,
building the
maybe.
new stadia.
Yeah.
And everything's
It's
new,
terrible.
of course. They just build everything, brand new this, brand new that. One person was killed in the London Olympics, and when they built the Olympic Park, one person was killed.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
I thought
Yes.
that was
it's not
actually
quite a good record.
an
Yeah.
amazing. Britain hosting the Olympics. Everybody thought, oh, it'd be Britain hosting the Olympics. It was, but it went so well.
It did.
It was well planned, well executed, and they made
I
use of
know.
all the local resources.
it was so lovely that summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
I look
fantastic.
back on that very fondly.
People were dreading it. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people were dreading it.
Yeah, and it actually
But
went off without a
it
hitch.
went very, very well
Yeah.
indeed.
Well, we've got a couple of minutes left, Nigel, and I cut you off in your prime earlier.
So to speak. And
so
about-
to speak.
Okay. Prostate cancer.
Yes, I was going to ask you, how can people, you know, once they see the badge and they
Yeah.
want to
If they
donate
wanted
or
to
get
donate,
involved, what can they do?
okay, I just happened to, by complete chance, have one of the badges that I bought. I actually bought 65 of these from Marks and Spencer's.
Is that where you,
Yeah.
the main retailer?
They were marketing them through men's departments of stores.
Okay, what the
So
clothes?
downstairs in Marks and Spencer's in
Yeah.
Oxford, they had a couple of boxes of these, and I went and bought some, sold them on to friends, went back, bought a whole load more, sold them on to Man Choir. We mentioned Man Choir earlier, a men's choir, believe it
Yeah.
or not, and we've adopted this badge as part of our kit. Because, you know, it's a little black and white man. Our kit is black. It looks really, really good. So, in fact, I've now sold, I think, about 60 of these badges now. Unfortunately, the promotion is over, so I won't be able to get any more. But I have got one more here. Anyway, you were talking about donating. Basically, you can just Google, and you'll soon come up with a number of sites. Would be delighted to receive your money. These badges are being sold by Prostate Cancer UK. Google Prostate Cancer UK.
But what do they?
And you'll find a space to donate.
Are they still trying to find a more effective treatment?
Yes.
Or is the money needed for prevention rather than cure?
Prevention is a difficult thing where cancer is concerned.
Right. It's not a lifestyle illness then?
No. Something you'll hear frequently in these circles is that more men die with prostate cancer than of prostate cancer. By the time you get into your 70s, 80s, 90s or older, you have probably got prostate cancer, except that it's quiet, it's not going anywhere, it's just quietly being there, hopefully like the sort that I've got. On the other hand, of course, at the other end, the other extreme, you can get some very aggressive prostate cancers which need urgent treatment with drugs, radiation, surgery, and so on and so on and so on.
Do you admire Nigel being able to talk about it
I think
so
it's great.
openly,
It's fantastic.
John?
I know that
Because
journey.
I think a lot of men are a bit.
Yes,
I
they are.
understand the
they
journey
are.
he's been on, and I think he's come out of it very well, stronger, better, and happy to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm very
Brilliant.
happy. I have impressed upon all the members of Kirtlington Morris, for instance, that most of whom are of the age, that they should consider having a blood test and check that PSA level.
Right. And on that note, we're going to bring this chat to an end. Check that PSA level. So that's all we've got time for today here on Talk Oxford. Thanks so much to my wonderful guests, Nigel Holt and John Mayo of Kirtlington Morris. I'll see you again, Kirtlington Morris. I'll see you again soon. And in the meantime, remember to keep talking.